to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, and welcome today to the very beginning of our pre-season preparations 2019 to 2020. It starts right here, and first and foremost, we've got our tour of Japan, and in today's video we're going to be looking at all of the players who are going to feature on that tour. The squad has been selected, they're on their way right now to land in Japan, and it's going to be very exciting to see some first team players, to see some new signings, and also to see some B team players. And in today's video, we are going to be looking at a few different combinations, a few different lineups, what Ernesto Valverde could do in the upcoming games. It starts right here. Let's get on with the new season. So first and foremost, Barcelona have flown out today to Japan. They're going to be playing 2 games on that tour there of Asia, which is going to be the Rakuten Cup, of course, closely tied in with our current sponsors. Barcelona will be kicking off their tour this coming Tuesday. So pre-season right now is going to be starting in just 3 days' time. It's really close now to getting underway. That's going to come on Tuesday, the 23rd there. Barcelona against Chelsea. That's going to come live from Tokyo, where, of course, we'll be reuniting with Pedro Rodriguez. That'll be a nice occasion there to come up against him. And also then, of course, Barcelona will travel then a few days later on the Saturday, next Saturday, the 27th, Barcelona against Vissel Kobe in Kobe, where, of course, then we'll be coming up against Andres Iniesta, against David Villa, and against Sergi Samper in another big reunion there in the Rakuten Cup. And that's our 2 games. Flying out to Japan, 2 of those games. Once that tour is done then, back to Barcelona for the Jong, and then we should see all of the players return, because during this tour right here, Ernesto Valverde told the players this morning in their final training session before they left today for Japan exactly who would be travelling for these upcoming games, and the players are as follows, because there's 17 first team players in total available there for selection who've been taken to Japan. There's also 9 Barcelona B players that have been selected, and if we look here at the players in full, in the goalkeeping section, it's Ter Stegen, our new signing Neto, and Iñaki Peña there. In terms of defenders, you've got Nelson Semedo, Piqué, Todibo, Longley, Alba, Sergio Roberto, Umtiti, and then 2 Barcelona B players, Araujo, who's a centre-back, and also Guillem, who plays on the right side. You've got midfielders as well, Ivan Rakitic, Busquets is in there, Rafinha is fit to go on this tour, Alenya, Frenkie de Jong, Oriol Busquets then from Barcelona B, of course, the holding midfield player. Then there's Monchu, another centre midfield player, and Collado, who can play right across midfield there on either flank, and also has played some time as well down the middle. And of course, in there, in the squad for Japan, Ricky Puig himself, who will be looking once again to make an impact on pre-season. Then finally, to the forwards, Ousmane Dembele, who's looked in really good condition right the way through pre-season so far. Malcolm, of course, looking to make an impact. Brand new signing, and for the first time, we're going to see Antoine Griezmann in a Barcelona shirt. Carlos Perez from Barcelona B, who can play there as part of the front 3. And also included here in the forwards is Hiroki Abe, who's played often as an attacking midfield player, but possibly here Barcelona are going to play him more advanced. The Barcelona B player there included for the first time with the first team here for our tour of Japan, and that right there is the full squad of players we're going to be seeing over the next week or so. And of course, guys, the first thing we'll all notice is no Lionel Messi, no Arthur, no Suarez, no Vidal, no players like that. There's going to be none of the Copa America players on this particular tour, and as of right now, it's not been disclosed when they're going to return from holiday, but I would estimate right now it's going to be around in time there for the Jong game at the very start of August. So they're going to miss this pre-season tour here in Japan, but they are going to return after that. And what I will also say here, with regard to this particular stage here pre-season, there's a lot more first-team players than usual this early on in the pre-season campaign, because usually at this stage, either because of a European Championships or maybe because of a World Cup, many more players would usually be on an extended holiday. But right now, we've only got the Copa America players there, a handful of players who are not quite back yet. But other than that, it's a pretty much there, a full squad of first-team players. 17 there out of 18 of your matchday squad could be made up, if Valverde chooses, of first-team players. I would expect to see, though, at some point, some of the bright, young, exciting Barcelona B players. And now it's time to look at those lineups. Because if we first of all analyse exactly what we've got in terms of first team players here, I've made a team of the 17 that you could include in a matchday squad. You've got Ter Stegen here in goal, Jordi Alba at left back, Longley, Piqué there, and I think Semedo there should be the starting right back heading into pre-season. Barcelona are adamant right now they want to hang on to him. If they really do value him that much, surely there he should be starting in the right back role. You've got Sergio Busquets then holding. I think we could see there a triangle of Busquets there, Rakitic maybe from the left or the right, and Frenkie de Jong there added into midfield, with Ousmane Dembele from the left-hand side, Malcolm from the right, and Antoine Griezmann there leading the line. A really, really impressive, really exciting front three there to be seeing this early in pre-season. But of course, the other first-team players who are on the bench right now, they're going to come in, they're going to have their minutes. You can certainly swap out Ter Stegen and bring in Neto, of course, for his first Barcelona appearances there for his new club. Also, of course, Samuel Umtiti is going to come in here on the left-hand side of defence. Longley is going to be subbed out. And also, Gerard Piqué is certainly going to be making way for Jean-Claire Todibo. I think he's going to have some really, really important here first-team time over the course of pre-season. Sergio Roberto, of course, could come in at right back. He could also play a role in midfield if needed. Rafinha is certainly going to be playing, though, to attract some suitors. Barcelona do still want to sell Rafinha, and he could also, of course, play part of a front three there. And also throughout pre-season, I really hope that we're seeing a lot more of Carlos Alenia as well. Broke into the first team, of course, last season, can play there in midfield as a more advanced role, somebody who can get some goals as well. And I think they're very, very exciting. So many good players there we're going to be treated to seeing very, very early on in pre-season. But like I say, guys, also, we have to see some B players, and there's certainly talent. And so if you just take a closer look here at the Barcelona B players, where they could slot in if they're given an opportunity. First of all, Iñaki Peña, I feel, is certainly going to be back up in these two games. Ter Stegen, Neto, they're going to be looking to get some game time. Certainly Neto there at his new team, he's going to want some minutes. Iñaki Peña may get a few here and there, but mainly he's going to be back up on this one. I think Guillem mainly has been brought in. He's a right back by trade. Obviously, Moussa Wagué is still away with the African Cup of Nations until yesterday, so obviously he's not going to be returning until later as well. So Guillem is certainly here again as backup, but he can also play as a left back as well at times. So maybe if Alba does need some rotation, we could see Guillem there in that left back role. Also, Araujo, I feel like he's certainly going to be back up as well. Todibo is going to be the man who's going to get some minutes there at centre back. He's another centre back and may come in at some point, but obviously 4 first team centre backs ahead of him there. It's not going to be easy. Oriol Busquets, of course, could slot in here, try and have a chance to impress in the holding midfield role. But I just want to show you here that midfield there of Frenkie de Jong holding, Busquets, of course, rested in this moment. Frenkie de Jong holding, Carlos Alenia more advanced, Ricky Puig there just dropping off. That midfield there, Frenkie, Puig, Alenia. It's magic, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and I just hope we get to see it, even if it's only for a few minutes. I really, really want to see there that trio in midfield. You've got Monchi as well, who can play in a holding midfield role, but again, will it be Oriol, will it be Monchi, will it be Puig who gets that chance there in midfield? You've got Collado, who can also come out on the wide right and left. Certainly, Dembele and Malcolm are going to be rotated. If they are, Hiroki Abe is certainly going to get some minutes in his native country, of course. The Japanese fans are going to want to get their eyes on this man here, playing for Barcelona, and certainly a very encouraging, bright young talent coming out of Japan. And of course, Carlos Perez as well, somebody who can play again on either side, quite flexible. He's somebody who can play there as part of the front three. He's going to be given some chances. And overall, in these two games, it's not a massive amount of games. We're not going over to Japan and playing 3, 4, 5 pre-season matches. It is, at the end of the day, only those 2 games. So I'm certainly going to be expecting to see Griezmann fitting in, gelling with his new teammates, Frenkie de Jong as well, whether it be holding, whether it be as an interior here in that midfield 3, just trying to see really what role he fits best. And of course, just getting some confidence going for Dembele, for Malcolm as well, for Carlos Alenia getting some more minutes, Semedo at right back feeling value, feeling worthy there of Barcelona, and of course, Samuel Umtiti. Massive pre-season for him. Hopefully he can stay fit, hopefully he can look fresh in these games, look very ready for the season to come, because certainly, if Samuel Umtiti here can stay fit alongside Todibo, alongside Piqué, even trying it perhaps alongside Clement Longley as well, it'll be like a new signing. Really it will there at centre-back. And Todibo as well, he's got to make an impact, he's got to really start well and prove really that he can be part this season of the first team as a backup centre-back getting some minutes. And I think overall there, in Japan, we're going to learn a lot. We're going to learn a lot about the team, we're going to learn a lot about the B players coming through, and hopefully Ernesto Valverde gives us an opportunity to have a look at everybody. It's not easy, like I say, there's not a load of games here to try players out, but at the end of the day, there's 2 fixtures, let's see what we've got, let's see what the new signings are going to bring. And I think an exciting time here as the new season is upon us, and we've got to embrace it, see what we've got, and hopefully learn about what we need to do in the upcoming campaign to get us back right to the top. So please leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What sort of lineups would you like to be seeing when we do take on Chelsea, when we do take on Vissel Kobe in the coming week or so? Who do you want to see play? Who do you want to see starting, brought off the bench? Who do you like the look of from the Barcelona B players? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm really excited to hear your thoughts, and hope, to be honest, that you guys too are looking forward to pre-season. It's been a while, it's been a few weeks now. Of course, the season ended badly last time out, but at the same time here, we've got a few new signings. We're going in the right direction. Obviously, Valverde fully remains. I'm fully aware of that, and obviously we don't really want that to be the case, but at the end of the day, we can't change that now. We've got to get excited. We've got to see this season what Barcelona can do, and all we have is that hope, and hopefully they can deliver. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. And of course, next week, I'm going to be here. Match previews, match reviews. It's all getting going again. And certainly, we can be excited about that. I'll see you then, guys. But until next time, as always, Visca el Barça.